a special meeting just to do that. If she couldn't have had them ready for Thursday, or even if they're made out, but they don't know the hours, so
Yeah.
throw that in.
Yeah, the way the week runs, it kind of rushes them to even get it
So the employees get paid weekly
every 2 weeks.
or 2 weeks?
Getting agendas up here for
Mm-hmm.
people on. There's agendas up here. Anybody wants one?
Sure. Are they different from Thursday, maybe?
Just need that up before tonight.
Here, I'll pass them out to the audience for you.
Well, thanks.
Everybody get one?
It wouldn't hurt to put that cell phone reminder on there, that's for sure.
You get Fred down here to find out when his room doesn't heat up. Sure, a furnace ought to be able to heat 2 rooms. Put that return air on, it didn't change nothing,
Mm-hmm.
didn't make it any better. Air's coming out of it.
We'll call this continued meeting from November 22nd, or actually from November 17th to order.
We're now class is continued.
Secretary to call the roll.
Dave Bailey,
Here.
self present. Mr. Prescott,
Here.
Call a special meeting. The purpose of the special meeting is advertised to discuss the formation of the preliminary and final budget and to consider and take action on other business that may come before the board. Comment on items before the board.
under public comment, just to let you know that section of the, is on the section on the agenda is actually the section from our policy. And I'm gonna recommend that in the future we stick to that. It needs to be, the key to that is that they are matters of concern, official action, deliberation, they're actually before the board. That's what they need to be on, in that section. That's all I need to know.
That is the final budget.
Final budget is still, again, in flow. We're gonna have to stop and take a hard look at, we had hoped not to have to do anything with the water budget, water and sewer. It's become apparent that we're gonna incur a great deal of cost in the water and sewer system we didn't anticipate. We're gonna have to do some calculations to see if we need to raise water and sewer rates sometime early on in the year. Along those lines, as far as the budget goes, the water and sewer budget particularly, there is some guesstimate that the cost of operating the plant and the water system, the actual operating, and I won't say the engineer, but the operating person may go up to 4 times their budget. That, Dave, if you didn't hear, we have received a resignation from our plant operator, and we can thank the right to know for that. So
When's the last
effective,
day?
Today it's only going to be effective the last day of January. We will need to solicit bids or proposals. And I'm going to recommend that we commence negotiations immediately with Pennsylvania American. To see if they're still interested in buying. I know that Mr. Stout had spoken to them sometime back. At that time, it was in regards to their interest in the water line extension project. And they were interested in, at that point in time, discussing the availability of water, maybe being brought from Claysville and moving up Ely Road and out Dry Ridge. So I would hope that by the next meeting that we can maybe have something on the agenda to begin negotiations with Pennsylvania American. At the same time, put a request for bids out for plant operator, a plant multi-plant operator, I should say. Possibility maybe somebody local that we could get, I don't know. There's no action to take off tonight. It came as a surprise today.
So you got on the budget?
Nothing on the budget.
Motion to pay bills and sign checks.
So moved.
Second.
Any questions? Any vote?
Mr. Greeley?
Yes.
I vote yes. Mr. Prescott?
Yes.
Dave, let's combine that 5-minute time with the signing check. If anybody has anything they want to discuss, does that be okay?
Yep.
I'm going crazy. First sign again. Who is that? Who is the sign? Exactly. What's your name there beside that? Again. Exactly sign that word.
Who else signed
Sign it again. I signed that one twice.
Who else signed that?
Wait,
Twice?
twice. I signed this one twice too. I put sign on it, because that's me, all right, I'm wrong way. You don't need to. Is it all done?
I'm hoping, this is the third time, they got me out of it the first two times. I'm hoping that they never call me again after this. Yeah. Oh, really?
That's the guy. I talked to him.
That's what I said, Missy's never had one, this is 3 times for me. I said, well, this is the lottery that I really wanted to win. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I remember Bill, when I worked for him years ago, he was from Pittsburgh.
Okay. General fund, that's at 182,085.79. Sewer and water account, that's the $75,600.26. Act 13 capital improvements, $647,246.63. Liquid fuels Pliget, $24,686.08. Capital reserve Pliget, $21,253.73. Road escrow, road bonding escrow, $97,000. Parks and recreation, in the community center account, I guess, $48.80.95. Fire insurance escrow, $0. Talk. Okay. I need to take this call. This guy wants to call.
All right.
Hello? I did not call anybody. I am in a public meeting right now. I didn't. Okay. Okay, well, I'll call you in 5 minutes when my meeting is over. We can talk. I'm gonna constitute the meeting. Okay. Okay. Sorry about that.
Any other motions from the board?
No, I don't have anything this time.
Any public comment?
Questions, comments?
I have just asking clarification. You blamed the resignation of the sewer
I'm
guy.
not blaming, he told me that's why he quit. Yeah,
I'm just asking
yeah, go ahead, I'm sorry.
on the right to know stuff.
Yeah,
The right to know request was basically for billing information.
now, just for his personal cell phone records. He has submitted his resignation because of it. Okay? She can smile about it, but that's what happened. Okay, you can ask her, she's the one who filed the request.
It's
It's perfectly legal, yeah.
right to know.
Perfectly legal to harass people, but that's fine. But that's the story where we're at, that's where we're at now, I can't change what's happened.
Again, I will say, if you have a problem with the right to know, go to Harrisburg.
Not a problem with it. And nobody advocates public right to know any more than I do. You got Darren back there.
Go, Darren.
I just had a question about the bid for the new building. I'm not sure what it's called, but Clint had mentioned to me down Log Cabin Fence that there is a structure that if you want to be a part of working with municipalities, they have to do a set amount of money and everything is kind of etched in stone. They can't change from
It's
that.
kind of like a state bid, probably.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah, specifications are.
the company that you're dealing with for this,
Yeah,
because
we're not dealing with anybody. They're just the ones that came in and give us some information. And we have to bid the projects. It's not, we don't even have a document we can even bid on.
okay.
Yeah, we have to have a plan, request for a proposal, and,
Well, that company that you went to that you were gonna have come in here, I
Yeah.
couldn't make it to that meeting.
yeah, they will give us engineered drawings, but they don't engineer the project. You know, they're not the project engineer, so to speak.
And with what you just said, with them giving their own engineered plans, do we still have to have an engineer?
Well, that's.
Or who, if we do, then who says we
That's a
do?
good question. That's a good question. That's one of the reasons we haven't proceeded beyond that point. You know,
If it's a prefab building.
Well,
if
somebody's
they're
still gotta,
engineered-
somebody's still gotta design the floor and the footings and all that, that's, but $32,000, I don't know, seems like a lot of money.
That's the only question I
You
have.
probably can build a structure that would do what you need for $32,000 out of lumber, you know?
Right.
You want me to build for that?
Pay an engineer for that, it's crazy is what it is, you know?
But that's the way a lot of things work once you get into municipalities, they make you run through.
They make you put, you know, that would be on school board, they make you run through lots of hoops.
But that was, I can't remember what it's called, but
Well, if you can get that, that would be good, get it for us.
if I can remember what it is, I'll let you know. But I know that, that's racking my brain how they think that could be even remotely possible for it to be that kind of money, just to figure out how to
Right.
figure out. You know, it's,
If it's a pre-engineered building, why do you need an engineer?
Well,
And
the flooring and the footing's not pre-engineered, that's based upon your location, you know, upon the compaction and all that. whatever.
right, and if you don't get it engineered, and you just do, and you have a concrete guy
If
come
you
in
don't
and
get
do
it
it.
engineered and it fails, you know, they're gonna say that there was malfeasance of the job and we could be
Right.
held responsible.
Because that's where the liability comes in, because somebody didn't say so.
Right,
Okay.
right. Unfortunately, you know, I'm not in favor of spending the $33,000 or $32,000, or whatever it is. I'm not in favor of that at this point, but it's just me. The board's never discussed it, so.
So where we're at right now with the building, you really haven't spent any money, right? That was just an idea to see how much money it was gonna cost to do it.
Yeah, originally, the talking insurance said it's gonna be about $1,100 to review the plan, I say, yeah, go ahead. I don't even tell the board, just say, go ahead. And then they come back and say, well, we kinda didn't look at this thing right, and it's gonna be 32,000. I said, well, stop.
That's not even the tax on that.
Couldn't you just tie that in the bid proposal?
The engineering of it?
Yep.
I don't know.
Put that on the,
We're required to have a township engineer, and I'm not sure that we have to use him on the project, but that was who would give us the price.
Who did you use?
Gordon Taylor from, Senate Engineering.
From where?
Senate Engineering, there are engineers.
Well, I
Senate,
thought I seen,
Gordon Taylor.
one night here, there was an engineer here. What was his name?
Well, they got more than one guy depending on the kind of project that you're working on.
Harshman.
Yeah, Harshman, he's with, I think he has his own company now. He was with, he used to be with HMT or
Horseman or Hartman?
Harshman. There's a Hartman also, but that's not, Harshman's the one.
Because I didn't know if we were stuck to this, about putting that out for bid as well, to find out, or if we just had
Well,
to stick with
the
one
guy
company.
from the county's the county redevelopment authority recommended that if we go with their project, I think, using that $50,000 we pulled away from the LSA funding, that we could get the whoever the county uses to do their jobs.
So,
I'm not sure it's any better though.
so the county will give you money as long as you use it on the people that they want you to use.
Well, they give you some parameters on how you use it. And anytime you get money,
That's-
anytime they give you money, there's always some strings attached to it. That's how it works.
You know, the more and more I see into how government works, the more it's all intertwined. But that's a whole other subject. But no, thanks, Doc.
So hopefully,
I'm with it, Doc.
as I mentioned to you earlier too, hopefully by the first meeting in December, we'll have or the regular meeting in December, we'll have some kind of a document to look at on water and sewer. A comprehensive document on water and sewer. A lot of it uses PUC regs, and even though it's not entirely regulated by PUC, but there is some good stuff in their regs that do apply. And as far as all kinds of issues. So maybe between the PUC regs and what we have and what some other townships and boroughs have, it'll come out to be a comprehensive ordinance that'll work on your water issue. And, drawing it up ourselves, and then we'll send it to the attorney, and they'll save a few dollars that way.
Any other public comment? Go ahead, JD.
So the building thing, could you not put that in the bid specs? Where that way the engineering would be on the contractor,
Well-
so you wouldn't have that additional,
Thing is, you want the engineer representing you, you know, not tied to the builder too much. You might end up with a bad, you know, you might end up with a bad deal.
Don't they have to be certified and,
Well, it could be certified, but you want them represent, it's kinda like, you know, like an attorney or a doctor, you kinda want them looking out for your interest and not,
do that, it's liability.
yeah.
next thing, you're saying, what's that, Bibby resigned?
Effective, end of January.
Because there was a right to know request for his personal.
He says
stuff.
he doesn't need the hassle, he's got people standing in line wanting him to work, he's not gonna be here to put up with the hassle.
Okay, my question would be that, so he doesn't have a work cell phone, he just operates township business on a personal cell phone?
Yep.
And,
He entirely owns, pays for it.
okay, well, can't they just sort out?
Just,
Business
I
for personal, or-
I'm not, I don't know, he just said he's not, he doesn't need the hassle, he got, you know, he got 10 municipalities he works for, or 10 units he works for, whatever, some of them may not be municipalities, but.
It seems funny that he would resign just because that, if he's doing his job properly and doesn't have anything to hide, what would be
We
the
pay,
issue?
we pay him $1,500 a month, and that includes him coming down, working on leaks, and calling out in the middle of the night, and doesn't charge us any extra for that. He does charge us when he has to hire somebody to come in and excavate. That is, you know, that does cost us, as far as his time, $1,500, and a lot of the things he does, such as posting houses and things like that, did as part of his job, did extra everywhere else. You know, these things he threw in here, he's been here a long time. Yeah, he actually goes out and posts the houses when people are delinquent and underwater bills and so forth. That's part of his job. It's been part of his job.
We've had, hell, as long as I've been coming to these meetings, the water department or water authority has been a problem or issue. Obviously, we've got,
Yeah, that's why we should look into.
it says we're
look into-
losing
look into a
money, and
different
got
route.
leaks everywhere that aren't fixed.
All water systems leak. That's a nature of the beast. They leak, and you gotta keep having them, you gotta keep them fixed. And when you try to fix them, sometimes try to fix them breaks them. You know, when you open valves to get them to work, now they don't work no more, and they start leaking. You know, that's,
Yeah, but once it's.
They don't leak when
working
they're-
good, it's
Huh?
working good.
what's that?
Once it's all
Yeah.
maintained correctly, then it works good.
You're gonna make sure you don't spend more money on trying to fix it than what you're spending. If
Right.
you're spending $50,000 a year, you need to fix it. You know, that's,
Do you know if he found any leaks? The two
I
nights
do
that he
not know.
checked? Okay, I didn't know. I just
He is
asked.
coming to the meeting in December, the regular December meeting, we give him a report and so forth.
Yeah, other
So he said
Comment.
today.
would be, and I don't know if that's possible, but what about, there's Doug Thomas and one other gentleman that works at Playsville?
That's possible that they might be interested, I don't know. I know they've
don't think
already,
that Doug could do it.
Hmm.
you have to have the,
Because
you have to have the
He doesn't
right
have a
credentials.
license for the active sludge.
You gotta have the right, the right credentials.
Because we have an
whatever
active
that-
sludge system.
What about Hickman?
Hickman knows a little bit about it, but not what, I know, just from trying to understand it better and what we're having to deal with here, the system we have is almost too big for the amount of people that's on it.
It's about half capacity right now.
Right.
Yeah,
It'd be better if we had more people on it, just for the fact
it
that
would be.
you would have more water because, see, that's where I don't know how much of our water, he was just using our good water to put to bad. Because,
Probably takes a certain amount of water to make it run.
right,
Yeah.
right,
Mhm.
so there's,
Well, you know what, a good plant operator keeps you out of a lot of trouble. Now, I don't think operating most of our water systems doesn't take much thought, because they're keeping the lines working. They're keeping the lines from leaking, but other than that, the sewer system, well, if you keep that thing running, it's gonna save you a lot of grief. Because the DEP does not mind fining a municipality when you're not in, gosh, I'm gonna turn this phone off. Anyways, the DEP doesn't mind fining a municipality, same as an individual. In fact, a lot worse. Dave, I got things I haven't
I
attended
just
to.
have one comment and we'll be done. Anybody else have any comments?
I have one other question on
Okay.
on the, I wasn't sure I heard part of what you said, but on the address, where you addressed the public comment.
Yes, that's
Yes,
what our actual regulations say.
Okay, well, I mean, what's the
The gist of it is, it's
clarification
supposed to
or?
be items that are before the board, and it tells you what those are. You know, anything that's of concern, official action, deliberation, that are before the board. That's, you know, that's what our policy actually says, and I think we need to follow that for a while until both sides can learn to behave like ladies and gentlemen. We need to do that. Stick to the items on the agenda. And we'll talk, if someone wants to talk about something else, then we're all available to talk.
Well, obviously, anybody that comes to the meetings that's concerned enough to come to the meeting and